This is Joe Lieberman, Connecticut's junior senator. Senator Lieberman represents a state that overwhelmingly supports the public option for health care reform. Indeed, a recent poll found that 68% of Connecticut citizens support the public option, while 21% oppose it, a whopping 47% margin in favor of the public option. Yet Joe Lieberman opposes the public option. Indeed, he has threatened to use his power as a United States Senator to filibuster any bill with the public option in it, essentially guaranteeing that America will have no public option in any health care bill this year. Now, why is it that Senator Lieberman has taken this position? Well, Salon.com's Glenn Greenwald has an answer to that question. Here's Glenn Greenwald.
I think clearly what it's about is primarily the fact that the industry that he's serving by doing this, by preventing competition with the public option, is an industry from which he receives very substantial benefits. He's drowning in campaign contributions from the insurance industry, the healthcare industry, the pharmaceutical industry, more than $2.5 million. In early 2005, his wife was hired by a large PR firm, Hill & Knowlton, in the pharmaceutical division, which at the time was representing the healthcare giant Glaxo in major legislation before the Senate, and several months later, Joe Lieberman was on the floor of the Senate offering legislation that would directly steer huge amounts of incentives to that company in order to develop vaccines. And so I think what you're seeing here is the kind of legalized corruption, legalized bribery that runs the United States Senate, only in this case it's particularly sleazy and transparent because Lieberman is ready to gut the major initiative of the Democratic Party.
Legalized bribery. Is that what this is? Here's Evan Bayh, Democratic senator from Indiana. Senator Bayh also represents a state that supports the public option. A very recent poll found that 52% of Indiana citizens support the public option, while 42% oppose it, a 10% margin in favor of the public option. Yet Senator Bayh opposes the public option as well. Once again, the question is why? Once again, Glenn Greenwald has an answer.
Well, let's look at Senator Bayh. His wife sits on the board of directors of WellPoint, one of the largest health insurance companies in the nation. They own, by their own disclosures, between $500,000 and $1 million just of WellPoint stock alone. And as I think you reported yesterday, when Senator Lieberman threatened to filibuster the public option, as one would expect, the value of the stock of the healthcare industry, of the healthcare company, skyrocketed, which directly personally benefited the finances of the Bayh family. Let me just quickly reference this column from 2 weeks ago by Dan Carpenter, a columnist for the Indianapolis Sun who knows Senator Bayh the best. He talked about how his wife is benefiting directly from the very action Senator Bayh is taking in the Senate to block health care reform, financially benefiting his family. And he wrote, quote, "After it became clear he was going to be a senator, Susan Bayh started stacking up memberships on the board of healthcare corporations. Susan Bayh got paid a little over $2 million for her service between 2006 and 2008. Her husband had a good 2008 also, collecting more than $500,000 in campaign donations from the healthcare industry. And now these very same people who receive enormous amounts of benefits, in Lieberman's case from contributions and through his wife, and also in Bayh's case, are now ignoring their constituents in the interest of the country to serve the very industries that enrich them. It's really clear corruption."
Clear corruption. Is that what this is? Has the soul of these senators been bought? Well, as I listen to this debate again and again, what I increasingly think is, who really cares? Because what is absolutely clear is that the behavior that these senators are engaging in destroys the public trust in this institution. It feeds cynicism about this institution. And it leads to the obvious answer to the question, is there any doubt why over 88% of Californians and the vast majority of Americans believe money buys results in Congress? We need you to help us to change this. We need you to go to our website to tell Congress to support citizen-funded elections so that nobody can believe that results are the product of what money can buy anymore, so that a man like Glenn Greenwald can't so easily get on national television and say our government is governed by, quote, clear corruption, so that once again we can believe that it is sense and not campaign dollars that is guiding policy in Washington. Go to our website, change-congress.org, and join us in this fight now. Please do it now. Thank you very much.